Hello and welcome back to Factorio Vanilla 1.0. In our last episode, we adventured out further east to search for more resources. We cleared a lot of biters, but we didn't clear all the biters in the area. We do need to go back out there and do some more clearing, but we did also set up this crude oil station here that has speed boosted pump jacks so that we don't run out of oil for a very long time from this station. Well, I mean, don't run out of oil is a bad way to say it. So that the oil is provided at a high rate for a long time at this station. Oops. And then, and we also started bringing back a train full of oil, and actually it'd be 2 trains full of oil from this station. Once we need the oil for it. And so today, the first thing I want to do today is send. I've already sent my artillery train out here, and I want to see where all it can reach with the radar or with the remote. I'm standing in the base. I'm going to use the wall defenses to defend the train, but I just want to see here. Yeah, we can hit a lot, and I want to hit just a little bit more of this stuff before we move on to building factory. I want to see what this stuff is too. I think that's a nothing. Oh, that's just some biters gathering. They'll attack eventually. All right, that was nothing. And we can attack up here. And up here. Just want to clear some of these biters out that are in the pollution range. Let's look at the pollution range, by the way. That's a mess, but we can't reach that far from here. We might be able to get it from there. I'll have to see. That's going to be rough, but let's move the train now down here. And I think I'm just going to park it on the main line. This is kind of one of the good things. I can do this from one spot. I don't have to go with the train if I don't want to. And these walls are thick enough and armed enough that I don't have to worry about being there to help, but like I do at the forward station. Okay, we'll wait till this parks. And then switch it off. Into manual, rather. And then I can... Okay, good. You're shooting on that stuff on your own. Just a couple, though. Yeah. And then we'll help out here. Let's clear... I'm going to go ahead and clear the worms, too, just for fun. And then we can clear some of this stuff around here. Might not get that one. There. Can't get that one. We can get all these, though. I just kind of want to get all of it cleared. And then I think this will serve as a good example for what I'm going to do as I have time and need off camera. Alright, let's see how that clears. May need to clear a worm or two. I think that one's going to have to get cleared. And that one. Did I miss this one? Interesting. Okay. But this is kind of the interesting part is that you can do this even though the tank or not the tank, the train itself doesn't have the range you need. By default, you can do this automatically. So what I could do is I could set up even some temporary stops like I did with the temporary station there, and I could tweak the orders on it for like an idle time instead of just a countdown time. Yeah, how that looks when it's done. Are we going to need to do this? That's obviously a force that gathered up there. That one and this one. And maybe that one. And then we'll come out here and do these quickly. But at least you'll get the idea of this. And they're just throwing themselves at the walls. Oh, I can hit all the way down here too? Wow. That's pretty awesome. And that looks like that's about it. Oh no, there's some up here too. Okay, one more. One more. One more. One more time. One more time. But these are all outside of the pollution range. There's some out down here, so I could come down here and attack those. And I probably should. And then there's some out here that are attacking. And I should probably go up here and see what I can do. But at least for this purpose, this is good. Except that I want to bring the artillery train back now to the base to load back up again. Because it doesn't have very many. 263 out of 400 possible. So those will just throw themselves, if there's any biters left, they'll throw themselves against the wall, and it'll be fine. Today I want to expand oil production. I did do, I talked about needing to have 2 red belts of plastic, so we'll need to do that. We also need to bring in coal, but since we're going to bring in coal anyway, I also want to set up some coal liquefaction. Before we do that, though, there's one other thing I want to do first, and that is to come over here and figure out what's going on. Purple science is being slow for some reason. Can I see what's going on with that? Nope, over here. I got stuck. There we go. Let's see. Purple science. Red circuits. Okay. I want to do a couple things here, actually. I want to take this, and I want to put in 3 productivity beacons, or modules, and 1 speed module. The reason for this is kind of a nice, let's not use beacons yet, balance. This gives us plus 30% productivity, which is, 40% is the maximum in an assembler 3 for these modules. This gives us plus 30, but it gives us minus 15 times 3, so minus 45% speed. And of course it increases energy consumption, but I don't care. This, however, gives us plus 50% speed, so that counteracts the speed deficit from the productivity modules and gives us a little boost on top. And so this is really nice to do when you don't want to put out beacons just yet, or you don't have the space for them just yet. You need to rearrange maybe your setup here. Or you just don't want the expense of them. But the problem is, I've done this now, but I don't think you can do that. Yeah, you can't. You can't. Oh, we're out of train fuel someplace. How did you run out of fuel? Oh, because you don't wait long enough here to get fuel. Well, doggone it. This needs to have a wait time of like 10 seconds just to get enough fuel in. Alright, well, that means I'm going to have to go out there and fix that because it's blocking all the traffic. Let me finish this first, just so I can describe it completely, and then I will go out there. I'll pause and go out there and fix that. So what I want to do here is I want a deconstruction planner. I want to say only assembling machines 3. And I just want to deconstruct all of these. Let the base take them. And then I want to grab this one here and stamp it down there now. And let the base come and rebuild it. Maybe. I can delete this, by the way. Come and do it. Gotta come from the wall, so that's why it's so slow. And then it's gotta recharge. Okay. And then I need to turn it so that it gets in there. And now this has got an order to bring the modules that it needs. Which is perfect because that's what we want to happen. So then I can do that, and I can blueprint all of those down, and now the base will rebuild them with the correct modules in them. And while that's getting built, before we come back and build oil, I'm going to take my little speedy train out there and take some fuel out to that train. So I will be back in a moment. And welcome back. I noticed an error that I made when I set that additional filter or additional thing on that train. So I want to fix this one, that one, as well as all the rest of these. This one I think is the one that I did. No, that's not the one that I did. Obviously it's this one. This needs to be an and condition. Empty cargo and 10 seconds have passed. So I want to fix that for all of these here. That one's 10 seconds. This one and 10 seconds. Okay, maybe I did do the original several. And 10 seconds. And 10 seconds. So just this additional one here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, my brain is not working properly, apparently. Okay, add time passed 10 seconds with an and then this one and 10 seconds. Okay, they're all correct now. So it's just those two new ones that I forgot to put that extra filter on. And the reason for that is because oil, or fluids rather, load and unload so fast, if the supply is there, that they don't have time to to do everything. So let's also add the same kind of condition here, by the way. 10 seconds. Just to make sure that all the trains have time to collect fuel before they leave the station they're at. Alright, so we talked about this last time, but I want to set up a new oil processing area over here. And I want to start with some new setups for the oil refineries. Well, the setup's not that much different, but the concept is basically the same. To do this here, I want to also, by the way, look at the Factorio cheat sheet, and specifically the oil refining section, because I want to look at the module ratio, which is 15, 6, and 22, because we're going to beacon and module the crap out of this. So we need to be able to add 5 more onto this. I want to actually set up a new fluid bus here. Can I find a spot where all of them are in the same layout? No, why would I be able to do that? Let's do this here. Take that out, take this out, take this out, take that out. At least it'll give me a place to start from. I'm going to line that up over here with a little bit of space away from, actually maybe a little bit more space, away from the train tracks there. Go ahead and build that. Oh, must be in the, yeah, it's in construction zone. Okay. Then let's come back here to this. And I just want to start here with the oil refining, away a little bit from it, but not too far. Let's see if this will work the way that I want it to. You all can get built like that, and then I want to take 5 more. And it doesn't quite fit, but do I care with this thing anymore? This doesn't actually do much anymore, because I think it's all connected elsewhere, so I could actually take this whole power line out now. Actually, that was temporary, so that's fine. I'll do that. And I want to add 5 more on here, so we have a row of 15. That's the fully moduled cracking ratio. Let's take these out. Actually, let's just set up a quick filtered deconstruction planner here. And actually, that's probably the last one. Actually, this one can come out too. That one, this way I don't delete the trees too. And these will get picked up eventually. I'm not worried about it. Ah, the A-bomb finished. So now all we have left are infinite researches. So now we need to do the build for the whatchamacallit? The rocket. But before we do that, I want to get some of this other stuff built up. Actually, I don't want this to look quite like this. So the problem here, let me actually just talk about the problems here. The problem here is, if I put beacons on this side, the way this was laid out originally, they don't affect the oil refineries. They would need to be here to affect oil refineries, and they're not there. So we can do a couple different things with this. The easiest thing to do is just to take this entire pipe here. Actually, I'll just leave this the way it is. It's fine. Take it off and move it down a few tiles. But before we do that, I also want to take off the pipes here, because we need to do an underground. We need to put the heavy oil in a spot where it can be undergrounded too. And we do that by putting the beacon down. And just, it doesn't have to be in the precise spot, but put the beacon down. Actually, that works out pretty well. Where where it kind of goes at least laterally. It doesn't have to be correct vertically, but at least laterally. Why are these guys out of range? Oh, they are out of range. That's why. We need to expand our forward port coverage. And then you can take an underground and go under that line right here like this. And then we can paste this back down again. But actually what I want to do is move this whole thing up. So let's take this whole thing back up again. Ooh, what? Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to have to send our death train out in that direction to clear probably these two at some point. But I'll do that later. Alright, so let's put this down where it can be connected to that pipe. Let's go over a few more tiles. And then put this down here. And then what I'm going to do is put down a bunch of beacons here, eventually. Let's put these out in this general direction. I'll put it where it can connect to the other big power poles there. Alright. Full reach there. And there. Full reach there. And then there. And now the base bots can come and deal with building this for me. So that's a fully beaconed setup. A fully beaconed setup, let's see, can produce... How much can it produce? I forget how much it can produce. It can produce a lot. Why am I not seeing how much it can produce now? Actually, does it say? It may not say how much it can produce. But it produces quite a lot. And I want to go ahead and put modules in these. And actually, I should have done this before I blueprinted it. And I will do that for the speed beacons. Hello, bots. Come and chase me down. Because the speed beacons need... we need a lot of speed beacons. And then I'll need to place power poles for these as well. And that's the last one. And then, of course, we need to do something like this. I think it's there. And then these are all affected by the speed beacons. Eventually. We need the power poles, though. So we can probably just put these power poles kind of in line here. And in fact, we could even take these out that are here and put them in up here like this. If I could get myself through there. That's actually probably a better option. But the idea here is that these speed beacons are able to be actually affecting more than just one line of refineries. I keep forgetting to take these out. Oopsie. Doggone it. And I see that I forgot to hook up the rest of the pipe. Of course I did. But I think this works out okay. Yeah. And we're going to gobble up some of them circuits, so it's going to make those issues we were seeing earlier in the base even worse. Okay, so now we have those, and they'll finish filling out the beacons. But I need to do this. Can I just swipe and drag this? Yes, I can. Because the only place it actually snaps is right there. Why are these not... Oops, I missed one. Okay. So, we can bring in some new... I think I'll bring in some new crude oil here. a new pipe of it. Can't reach that far. Let's see, crude goes... So the issue here is we may need more than one pipe for crude. Each one of these consumes about 800 crude oil per second. Each line like this does. So we're probably going to need more than one crude pipe, which is a good reason that I left all this space here. But for now, let's keep the same pattern. So it's heavy, light, petroleum, and then crude. So this one here would be crude. And that went too far. There, and go. And then this comes in here. Oopsie. And then here. And I think I want to put a pump in, like right about there. Let's put a pump in. If I can find them. There it is. Alright, and that just is to make sure that the flow happens. And then we need water as well. And the water I'm going to bring down from up here, I think. Oh, you can't. Okay, you can't fulfill the orders just yet. This is going to be a spaghetti issue. Where's the water at in line here? Right next to the crude. That's a good place for it. Let's delete that. I don't like leaving these all laying around. I'm going to take a swath of trees out here. If I could get through the trees. Oh, where are you, Squeak Through Mod, when I need you? And then I'm going to have to turn. I'm going to go all the way up there. Maximize my pipe distance thing here. Although I'm going to have to probably put some pumps in. Actually, we can go back up again. Go there. And then offshore pump, I don't think I have any of those made. No. I always forget that they changed that. Okay, so 1, 2, let's see, count these. That's 9. That's 15. That's probably a good place for a pump right there. 2. We need a pump. And then I can probably steal the power from here somewhere. Actually, I'll just do this one. And then again... How far can we get? There. So I'll put it in right here. Another pump. Just to keep the flow moving. And that's probably enough, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's enough. And then this can come in here. We're probably going to need more than one pipe of water, too, in the end. Let's go this way. Now I want to move this over by 1. Which also pulls it out of the power coverage, but that's fine. Goes here. Let's go there. Alright, so now we're cranking out the oil. This just goes so fast and is so overproductive right now. Which is pretty awesome. And of course this is going to get backed up almost immediately. But so is everything else, because we don't have the draw now to use all of this stuff. But that's how you do a simple sort of beaconed layout of oil refineries. And we could do the same exact thing again here. And just mirror this basically, and flip it and put it up here, and share these beacons with both lines if we needed to. I don't know if we're actually going to need to or not. I don't think we will, because even without the modules and beacons, we only actually needed technically this many, although I know that's not totally true. It's So I think we're just going to do one line of this, and then I'll do a line of coal liquefaction up here after that. I want to, let's see, I want to break this connection here. So we burn through the oil that's collected here. Actually, what I should have done is broken the connection here. And let these refineries pull through it all. Oh, it's filled out now. Nice. It just burned through all of my supply of refineries, or my modules, but hey, what are you gonna do? Alright, so that is that, and then I do want to continue this bus down and actually turn it and join it with this bus, because I want to keep most of this stuff the same. I just want to do some a better job here of the refining. Let's see. Did that pull down all the way? Yes, it did. So now I need to get these pipes cleared out. And I think the way I'm going to do that is to cut these and put pumps in here and here. Temporarily, of course. Just to empty those lines out. And a power pole there and there. And that'll pull all these down to 0 eventually. And then I can deconstruct a bunch of this. So we still need that water pipe coming in wherever that's coming from. But this all can come out now. And then this water pipe can come out as well. Same with this one. And it looks like these all pulled down to nothing. So let me turn off my bots. And let the base come and take care of this. Because they can go and deposit that stuff in a good storage place. Look at the armies of bots. Okay, and I can take these out as well. And then this goes, and this goes. This goes. This goes, those go. That and this. So, new stuff that I want to build. I want to build a better plastic area. Really, all the plastic needs to be is doubled. But I need to bring in coal. And I don't have enough stations here to bring in coal. So I think what I want to do is remove some of this stuff or change some of this stuff so that I can bring in coal. So the first thing is I want to do is I want to redo these containers here. Actually, that needs to stay there. So that I can connect these up sort of properly and put the containers in, all these tanks in over here instead of over here, so that I can connect this in and be able to remove these and put in more stations here. So let's see, that's the heavy oil. Then light comes next, and we don't have enough room to reach. And then that means petroleum's not going to have enough room to reach either. That can go there, 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 and there. Boom and boom. And where do I put in tanks? That's the question. I think I might put them in down here when I make this turn. But how many stations am I going to need? We need to bring in coal. Coal's going to be used to do plastic, of course, and coal liquefaction. We need the stuff we still have. Of course, we need to still take sulfuric acid out to the uranium mining. We need to deal with nuclear fuel somehow or other. So it's actually maybe just one more station? What else am I going to need here? Am I going to need to export anything else? So maybe that's all I need to do is just add one more station. It all really depends. if I want to do outposting, and like I was talking about, I think in the last episode, I don't really want to do outposting. I think I want to just do what I can here in the base, and then that'll be kind of where the series ends. So what else do I need here? What else is coming in besides coal, iron? Do I need to do something different with solid? I was thinking of something with solid fuel, but now I can't think of what that something might have been. Oh, I could use it for smelting if I wanted to, instead of coal. But I think I can bring in coal. We have plenty of coal. So I'll keep bringing coal in for smelting. Over here, eventually we'll have this train, I think it was this one, bringing in coal once this patch kind of runs out. So maybe it is just one more station for this. Because iron can continue coming in from the bus. It's not that much quantity that's needed. And these are now starting to break because everything's no longer connected. Okay, so this will need to go through here. So let's make this bit here come across. No, further down. We need to be able to unload coal here. We'll go down, maybe just come down here, I think, somewhere. And that may not be the right place laterally, but at least it's the right place vertically. Let's do this now. There. And then there. And then, yeah, I guess this is as good as any other. This can come here. This one can come there, and it needs to be connected across. This one there. 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 And finally, there. Now, we probably don't need to bring crude oil in all the way down here. In fact, it probably doesn't need to come any further down than where it already is. Do I want to keep space for it because of that? I did over here, so I guess I probably should, just to make my life a little bit easier. Let's grab pipes here like this. Although I think what I will do is just leave the space and not connect it. That's probably the best idea. Let's take this out as well then. Okay, those all connect. That's good. And I can take this now, and I can do... Actually, let's cut that. And I can put this in... Can I get it in where those all connect? No. Let's do this maybe there. And then put these two in down maybe here. And then I can continue with this at max distance. So now where do I want the tanks to be? Well, a logical place for tanks is on a corner where you have the space for them anyway, but I can't put the one there, but I could put it here. So that's kind of works. I need to drain this one then, though. This one's already empty. I need a power pole down here someplace. That's probably a good place for it right there. Need some more red wire. Boom, boom. Boom. This one can come up this way, and then across. And there. Can I spin that? Yes, I can. Okay, let's spin that. And then I want to do a pump here. Nope, just one. A pump here that forces the liquid out of this tank. And then can I spin this one, or will that join? That will join. There's not enough in here to count, so I'm just going to pick this one up. And I'm going to pick this one up. And then this is probably okay. This is not okay. I need to move. The whole lubricant setup's going to have to move. Because it's not in a good spot. So I'm going to have to flush that tank out and whatnot. But wait, why did you not connect? Oh, because these power poles all have too many connections. That's why. Can I do one of these then? Yeah, let's do that. Make it worse. Alright, so that should flush that tank out and force it basically into this one. We still have all of our signals. That's good. I want to break that connection as well, so that this tank is not counted as part of the network anymore. This now goes here. And this one goes here, although it doesn't need to go any further than that. That goes like this. Oops, and like that. That one did not connect. I'll connect that up. And then the other ones we don't need to worry about, and actually they may not even run up here anyway. Okay, now it's pushing it out of that tank and into this one. We're down to basically nothing, so I'm going to go ahead and force it out of there. And then pick that up. And this doesn't need to be here anymore either now. Alright, so we are processing plastic again. That's good. We now have a nice steady supply of beaconed oil. Although we don't appear to be flushing the light oil fast enough. That could have just been because of what I had done there. Maybe. We'll see. So that's a good start. The next way to start this would be to bring that coal in, but we can't do that yet. So we need to keep this kind of going the way that it is. But these need to get expanded out. These need to be doubled so that they can produce red belts. But I think we're just going to have to do the next bit of oil upgrades in the next episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.